Here is the brutal truth that nobody likes to admit. The harder you try to control your life, the faster it falls apart. Think about holding a handful of dry sand. If you hold your hand open, loose and relaxed, the sand stays right there in your palm. You possess it fully. But the moment you clench your fist, the moment you try to squeeze it tight to make sure you don't lose it, what happens? It spills through your fingers. The tighter you squeeze, the less you have. We see this everywhere. Think about insomnia. It's 2 a.m., you have a big meeting tomorrow. You tell yourself, I must sleep. You squeeze your mind, trying to force relaxation. Does it work? Absolutely not. The effort to sleep is the very thing keeping you awake. This is the paradox of power. This is the secret that philosophers have been trying to tell us for 3,000 years. But we keep ignoring it because we are obsessed with hustling and grinding. Today, we are going to fix that. We are going to talk about why giving up control is actually the only way to get what you want. We're going to look at why giving it away makes it come back. No poetry, no riddles. Just the mechanics of how the universe actually works. There is a concept called the law of reversed effort. It was coined by the writer Aldous Huxley, but the idea goes back much further. The rule is simple. When you drown, it's not the water that kills you. It's your panic. If you fall into deep water and you try to conquer the water, thrashing, fighting, screaming, trying to climb out of it, you sink. You waste all your oxygen. But if you surrender, if you lean back and trust the water to hold you, you float. You survive by giving up the fight. Alan Watts, a brilliant interpreter of Eastern wisdom, talked about this constantly. He pointed out that we spend 90% of our life energy just defending ourselves. We walk around with our mental fists clenched. We try to force people to love us, force our careers to happen, force money to appear. And what is the vibe you send out when you force things? Desperation. In the world of psychology and even in the law of attraction, desperation is a repellent. When you say, I need this, you are screaming to the universe, I don't have this. You are confirming your own lack. If you are constantly checking your phone to see if they texted back, you are chasing. And as the old saying goes, that which you chase runs away. So, the first step to getting power is to realize that your control is an illusion. You are like a captain on a ship in a storm trying to flatten the waves with a hammer. It's wasted energy. Stop hitting the water. Let the boat float. Now this brings us to a scary place. If you stop controlling everything, you have to admit something terrifying. You don't know what's going to happen. But here is the twist. That state of not knowing is where the magic is. We are taught from kindergarten that we need to have a plan. We need to know our 5-year goal. But Watts argued that when you think you know exactly what you want, you limit yourself. You are looking at the world through a tiny keyhole. There is a story about Socrates, one of the fathers of Western philosophy. The oracle at Delphi said he was the smartest man in Greece. Socrates didn't believe it because he felt like he knew nothing. But then he realized that was the point. Everyone else thought they knew the answers, but they were wrong. Socrates was the wisest because he was the only one brave enough to admit, I don't know. When you admit, I don't know how this problem will be solved, you clear the deck. You stop forcing a specific solution that might be wrong for you, and you open the door for a solution you never could have imagined. This I don't know isn't stupidity, it's humility. It's an open hand. It's saying to the universe, I am ready to receive, rather than, I am here to demand. That is the state of desirelessness. It doesn't mean you don't want good things. It means you aren't strangling the life out of them before they arrive. Why is it so hard for us to just be? Why do we constantly analyze ourselves? Am I doing this right? Do I look okay? Am I successful yet? Watts used a perfect example for this. A knife can cut vegetables, it can cut wood, it can cut rope. But a knife cannot cut itself. Your eye can see a tree, a cloud, a star, but your eye cannot see itself. To see itself, it needs a mirror. You are the knife. You are the eye. You cannot know yourself by overthinking. You can't bite your own teeth. When you constantly analyze your own life, you're trying to bite your own teeth. It's frustrating and it's impossible. This is why so many of us feel stuck. We're standing in our own way, trying to micromanage our own personalities. The solution? Stop looking at yourself and start looking out at the world. Give yourself away to the task at hand. If you are dancing, just dance. Don't think about how you look dancing. If you are working, just work. Don't obsess over what the result will say about your worth as a human. When you lose yourself in the moment, that is when you are most attractive. Think about the most charismatic people you know. Are they standing in the corner, worrying about their posture? No, they are fully present. They have given themselves away to the moment, and because of that, everyone in the room is drawn to them. Now I know what you're thinking. This sounds nice, but if I let go, won't I lose everything? Here is the deep wisdom friend check-in. You are going to lose everything anyway. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius, obsessed over this. Everything is temporary. Your car, your house, your body, is all borrowed. We are all in a process of constant change and decay. That sounds depressing, right? No. It is actually the most freeing thought you can ever have. If everything is slipping away like sand anyway, you don't have to stress about holding on. The holding on is impossible. The universe is doing the work of letting go for you. Imagine you are on a roller coaster. Once that bar locks down, you have zero control. You can grip the safety bar until your knuckles turn white and scream in terror, or you can throw your hands up and enjoy the drop. Both people ride the same track. Both people arrive at the same end, but one suffers and one has a blast. When you realize you have nothing to lose because you own nothing to begin with, you become fearless. And a fearless person is a powerful person. That is the energy that attracts success. So, here is the game. We run around looking for happiness, looking for validation, looking for the answer. We go to seminars, we read books, we watch videos like this one. We act like we are empty cups waiting to be filled. But that is the trick. You are like a person searching frantically for their glasses while wearing them. You are looking for it outside, but you are it. The universe isn't separate from you. You are the universe experiencing itself. You don't need to add anything to yourself to be worthy or powerful. You just need to stop blocking the power you already have with all this fear and control. The law of attraction isn't about dragging things to you. It's about removing the resistance so things can flow to you. So, for the next week, try an experiment. When you feel that urge to tighten up, to force a solution, to worry, stop. Open your hands, mentally and physically. Say to yourself, I don't know, and that's okay. Give away your need for control. Give away your need to be right. Give away your obsession with the outcome. And watch what happens. When you clear that space, the universe rushes in to fill it. Give it away and I promise you, it will come back.